Oops. I probably should go to my DJIs so that I don't have the wind. I don't know if I can change audio devices while I'm live. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Mute that. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Nice. Now I think the test 1, 2, 3. That's going to echo. Now I think the put it lower. Dog, get out of there. I believe I can charge them both. No, but it's charging the DJI, that's okay. Awesome. Yeah, I put the mic on because the phone microphone was picking up the wind. So this with the dead cat windscreen on it should cut that down. Of course, the weather's getting windy here in the afternoon. Oh boy. I may have to change what I'm doing. Put that behind. Oh, Stupid thing. All right. There. Yes, I shaved most of my head. I have a patch of, it's not trying to be a comb over. I'm 49 and it's supposed to be kind of a skateboarder, surfer style haircut. So, and I just trimmed up today. So I'm more guapo. Yeah. It's really pretty here, isn't it? Here, I'm gonna spin. I have the phone attached to my umbrella stand. I'm just gonna spin it around so you guys can see. Just wanted to be outside. Stayed home from work today, and I got a bunch of things done. I went and did my laundry because I was basically out of skivvies, drawers, underwear, whatever. Oh man, don't rain. If it rains, I'll go in my house, set up in there, but it'll take me a bit. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Escape mode until now.
You're probably going to hear the live chat from Jasper's.
Went swimming, could use some eye drops. Hey brother, I'm in your home. Your future home. Oh wait, no, you chose Bronchi. Hey, what's up, Jordan? A little better, huh? Hey, what's up, Storm? What's cracking? Jordan's on my tail. Oh yeah, shit, you missed it, boy. That's okay though. Yes, guys. A little bit better today.
Ha! Corey and I beat Jordan.
Okay, I found a spot. I'm live on the phone and watching you on another phone. Oh, nice, brother. That's what's good. Yeah, maybe I'll have to put it in portrait mode if people don't come in. Gotta be quicker than that, Jordan. Yeah, exactly. Press, got you, boy. But yeah.
Yeah, I did 13 years in the Navy.
Live. He commented before the live. Oh, I don't even know. I didn't see. All good. But yeah, I figured I'd go live on a proper white sand beach with blue.
Are you in the Philippines, Aileen? Because I served in the U.S. Navy, not the Philippines. So maybe I'm misunderstanding your comment.
I figured I'd go live and see if people would come in with the undiscoverable live. Definitely better than yesterday's. KuyaStorm, when you're going to join the Orange Star gang? No clue. Yeah, Storm has probably got a while. Corey, probably pretty quick. But yeah. Yeah, I heard your bestie posted a video saying he's quitting YouTube and then he deleted it. So we'll see. Yeah, this is a much better scenery than yesterday. It was a little dismal. I guess whenever it lets me, it should be any minute for me now. Yeah, Corey's probably at 11 months. Storm's probably a little ways up. Let me know if the wind is too bad. I'll put in the headphones. 13 people. Not even gold yet, Goober. I joined in like September. Exactly, right? Exactly. It's been like 6 months, 7 months maybe. And then he upgraded to the inner circle, so it took it away. Jasper, laughing. Okay, whatever, buddy. Whatever, doofus. Go donate to Tim K. Need this DJI? Nah, I don't give a fuck. People like my shit raw, dog. I don't need a bunch of fancy equipment. I see these people do these.
Aileen, there's no tornadoes here in Washington State. Now, not never. 5 years ago, I would have said never.
We'll probably have to put it in portrait though, because no one's coming.
Yeah, 10 years ago. Within the last like 5 years, there actually was one or two
haven't been late in years, and I'm living a dream on a white sand.
Tornadoes, which blew my mind, and one of them was actually within half an hour of me in another town.
Yes, I did.
Why can I still not chat in my own chat? I'm so confused. Live chat, all visible.
Hey, boo-hoo, what's cracking? 11 people. I don't know, guys. I'm even in my prime time. Might have to put it in portrait mode, unfortunately.
Oh, you're in Florida most of the time? Okay. Are you originally Filipino or are you Japanese? I can't tell from your small picture from the chat. I'm watching Jasper in the Philippines live stream as I'm doing my live stream. He went to one of the guys in his chat bought him a drone last year. And then everybody's been telling him to go to Palawan, El Nido, I think is where he is. And the guy that bought the drone dropped a $500 super chat to fund him doing the trip to Palawan. So that's where he's at right now. Beautiful. Shout out Susanna. I'll make you a moderator. There you go. So this is probably going to be a rather boring live stream. This is the first time I've done one. Technically, it's the second live stream because I was live a few minutes ago, but I was trying to get into my chat, which I still can't do. I don't know how to fix that.
Everybody always says, when are you going to the beach?
Ooh.
Go to the beach. It's way better than when I'm in the city.
I cannot wait to get to the Philippines and I don't mean visit. My plan, not just a dream. I am working toward my plan. I am going to move to the Philippines. Originally, I was going to visit once late this year, early next year. Well, probably at least once a year. But I figured it was going to take me 3 to 5 years to pay off all my bills so I could actually move there. I got stuff in the works. I don't want to announce it yet. You'll have to stay tuned. But oh yeah, Japan looks beautiful. I wish I could have gone there. I will definitely visit Japan. There's a lot of places I want to visit, but I believe my home base will be the Philippines. And reasons for that are reasons most expats give. English being the second official language, so the signage and everybody understands English. Cost of living is the number one decider for me. So a lot of people around here are spending $2,000 a month for rent. And that's just the rent. That's not including, oh wow, I guess he's already done with his live stream. That is not including utilities or food or any of that stuff, any of your life expenses, your total cost of living. And so 2,000 or more, some pay less, but still I would say it's over 1,000, probably 1,500 up for even a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment. And those apartments in like Bremerton, Washington are dumpy. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have enough in the Philippines. And all these beautiful pine trees are, since it's springtime, they're dropping needles. And these little things, they're actually longer. That one broke. And that's where all the pollen comes out of. So right now I'm getting rained down upon bits of pine tree, but that's okay. I love pine trees. That's one thing I will miss. The inflation, yes, inflation. Karen, there is the Maganda Babot Karen. I don't even know if I say the words right. Yay, Karen, you were moderator. This is my first actual live stream. I haven't figured out how to do a thumbnail for it yet. It may because I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet to fully unlock all the capabilities of live streaming. Maganda Karen. You know, Karen, I want to go. I was thinking about living other places in the Philippines. I don't know if you're willing to move. You know, if something happened between us. Or if you're definitely wanting to stay there, which I understand your family's there. And you don't have to answer any of this in chat. We'll see. I'm open. I really like Negros. Valencia looks great. But Baguio looks nice. Yep, for stream. I took the day off of work. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to have a camera. I'd still be at work for another 3 hours. And I passed 2 kidney stones yesterday. I've had so many of them. It's not that bad, but I just wasn't feeling 100%. And it was nice and sunny earlier. Like, it was almost hot for here. It's still comfortable. What's the temperature? Temperature. Yeah, I don't know. I set my phone to do not disturb, and so it's not telling me the temperature right now. It's probably 60 something, but because I'm acclimated to cool weather, it's actually warm enough I'm in shorts right now. I cannot chat. Why can I not chat in my own chat? Do I have to use a separate device to chat in my own chat? Is that how the live streaming works? I'm very confused trying to figure this out. You can see oh, extra phone. Okay, well, that makes sense. I actually have one right in front of me. But I was going to play a game on it. So with another phone, am I able to like have this camera going and also be sharing my, like if I'm playing a video game or something? I need to figure that out. Thank you, Karen. Shout out, Karen. I got to figure out all the things to say. Make love shout out. Karen, Susanna, Morjan, proud single mom. Aline Aguilar. Is it Aline or Aileen? Okay. And, well, the other one hasn't. I have no idea what La Labs is. I'll get into my chat. Right. How? All right, I'm figuring this out. I am live.
Oh, I'm figuring this out.
Oh, got it. Nice. Oh, got it. Earbuds. So I can hear my audio without echoing. Information. So how do I look live? Do duck face. Call the Western women. Yes. Susanna, thank you so much for telling me how to chat in my own chat. He was live. Jasper was live. Maybe he ended it and started a new one. Ed Wow too. Well, I only have two phones. I don't have a computer yet, so I can't really watch them at the same time as I'm doing mine. I guess I could watch Jasper's and do a live again later. We're eating gummy bears. Uh-oh. Appreciate people coming by. You don't have to stay right now if you don't want to. I'm still figuring this out, but hey, here I am. Have a tasty beverage. This keeps it cool and also prevents YouTube from detecting what kind of water I'm drinking, because of course I'm only drinking water, right? So the shirt, let's talk about the shirt. It's a modified 9-inch nails, the band, album logo. And if it was 9-inch nails, it would be NIN for 9-inch nails. This is changed, and it would say with teeth. I need to figure out how to flip this. So this is a merging of 9-inch nails album cover with the Knights Who Say Ni from Monty Python and Quest for the Holy Grail. So that's why it says Ni instead of Nin, and with antlers instead of with teeth. I'm using Starlink. I'm so used to having to type everything, I had to stop myself. I don't know how much it costs, so it may not be affordable for most people there, but I will have Starlink when I'm there. So The internet connection will not be dictated by the infrastructure in the Philippines. It'll be connecting directly to Starlink satellites. Oh, come here, up. You want to say hi, Ash? Here's Ash. Ash, like, hey, no. Come here. Up, get up. Be the star. Look. Oh, no, no. That's not a mouse. That's my microphone. Come here. Up, 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 up. And wow. Hey, brother. Shout out Edwell. Shout out Karen. Wow, I got 4 viewers. Okay, I'm gonna unhook this so I can show you guys Ash. Hang on. And I'll flip. Where you at, Ash? There he is. Oh, thank you, Ed. Wow. That's my puppy. Hey, Ash. Sit. Hey. No, get down. Down. Get down. You're so handsome. So guapo. Sit. Oh, good baby. Yeah, he's an English Black Labrador. So the difference between a regular, like an American Lab and an English Lab, they're the same dog. They're just bred differently for different characteristics. An English Lab is stockier, not as sleek, and he's got big floppy ears. Everybody thinks that English Labs have hound in them. But if you look, also his head is blockier and his muzzle is shorter. Hey, sit. Good boy. Oh no, he is purebred. My parents got him for me because I was all alone and they knew I needed kind of a buddy, but he's not trained as a therapy dog, but he acts like one. Sit. He's got, well, I haven't filed for the papers, but he is purebred. He will be registered with the American Kennel Club. By me, nothing super good. Ash, sit. Good baby. Stay. 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 Sit. Sit. Back up. Could you, no. High five. Sit. 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 High five. Sit. Sit. Good job. Oh my goodness. He gets jealous when I'm on the phone, so he starts jumping and won't listen as well. He's so needy. All right, how am I going to do it? Get down. Whoa, everybody getting dizzy yet? I'm gonna hook this back around here. There we go. To train him would cost several $1,000s, and he would have to be away from me for months. That's not happening. I just train him some myself. Hi. Boop. 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 Hey. Get down. He is all about those gummy bears now. That was his first gummy bear. Oh, sit. Okay. This is Washington State, US. I am a little southwest of Seattle. It would take me about an hour and a half to drive to Seattle. I'm gonna have to, well, the wind died down, but it's raining. Ooh, I can put the umbrella up. I was gonna say shut the live stream down, but I'm just gonna put up the umbrella since the wind has died down a bit. Sweet. If my pausing with the video is distracting, it's because I'm listening to myself, which is delayed. So sometimes I wait so I can hear what I'm saying, so I can catch up. Well, maybe when I get to the Philippines, I can get a trainer, except he knows English, so unless it was a trainer that had good English, I don't really want him trained in Tagalog or Bisaya. Maganda, Karen. Maybe I'll go with sunglasses. Oh, nice. Hey, Kuya Ed, in case you didn't know, in internet etiquette, all capitals is yelling. So basically everything you say, you're yelling at everybody. If you didn't know, now you do. No problem, brother. I know it's just your thing, but I figured I'd mention it because you probably didn't know. What do the size of your fingers have to do with whether you're using capitals or not? I made Karen laugh. Well, now you're seeing me live, Karen, and you're hearing my voice. What do you think? You like? Still guapo? I could have gone live weeks ago, but I thought I had to have 100 or more. I didn't know it was only 50. Try Swift Key keyboard. I don't know for sure if they have Tagalog or if you have yours set in English, but if you're using it in English, it learns your predictions and you can resize the keyboard. So you could probably make it better for having larger fingers. Shout out, thank you, Karen. I mean, I guess you saw the video where I was talking, but I was very shy. I'm very stiff. And right now I'm just talking like I'm talking to somebody sitting next to me. Or I'm trying to. But I'm also watching what I say, because most of my time is spent with Navy or ex-Navy, and we tend to use a lot of colorful language. Ash is being so patient over here. He wants a gummy bear. Okay. Get it. Goodbye. If you ever saw Star Trek The Voyage Home, it would be colorful metaphors. So since I lived in Hawaii, I first got there in 2021, and I had sunglasses. I've always used red lenses, so that's kind of my trademark thing. Shout out, Suzanne. Make love, shout out, everybody. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you coming here in my life. Sorry it's not more interesting, but yeah. So if you've seen Star Trek Picard, which season is it? One of the seasons, there's an episode that makes a bunch of references to the movie The Voyage Home. Like the guy on the bus with the boombox and some other things. It's great. Yeah, oh, good. You've seen it. That was, for me being older, I remember when The Voyage Home was new. That was 80 something, right? So I'll say something that's very controversial, and I'm sure many Star Trek fans would be upset with me. Sorry for the smacking and chewing. It's the gummy bears. They're delicious. Have you seen Strange New Worlds? Strange New Worlds captures the vibe of the original series, but has the new effects and has the humor of the not Star Trek, but basically a Star Trek parody show by the Family Guy creator called The Orville. I think Strange New Worlds Oh, whoa, whoa. No. You can just go. You can leave this live stream right now. I think Strange New Worlds is peak Star Trek. That's why I said that saying it would be so controversial. Captain Pike and his hair. The joke is his hair is its own character. I think, what's his name now? The guy that plays the new Spock. As much as I love Leonard Nimoy, the guy that plays Spock, I think may be the best Spock ever. Partly I like his mannerisms are more refined, because they're kind of copying Spock from the old times, but also there's points where he's got a beard, and whoever saw Spock with a beard, I think it looks really good. You will find my conversations and live streams will be all over the place. We'll be talking about one thing and I'll get sidetracked and I'll be talking about something else. A week from now, I could be talking about something and all of a sudden throw something in from the other conversation or live stream. People are like, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, remember we were talking about this a week ago, and they're like, oh, got it. You gonna get it? Oh, you fell. Hey. Num. There you go. These DJI mics are fantastic because it doesn't matter if I move around, you can still hear me the same. Some of them only have, like other companies, they only have like a 75-foot range. These are supposed to have like an 800 plus foot range. That'll be so nice for when I make videos in the Philippines. Because right now it sounds like I'm right by my phone, but it's because of this handy dandy mic. Sit. Good boy. Boop. Good job. Should we show him how you play fetch, huh? Oh, you're taking the cover off your ball. Good job, dummy. Ready? Get it. Come here. You ready? Uh-oh, I can't throw. That's why I don't play sports. I play video games. It went almost straight up. Yeah, they're not cheap. They were like $250, but like a month after I bought them, the new version came out and they're actually $350. Now the nice thing about those is they can connect directly on Bluetooth, so you don't have to plug them into the phone, but these are great for me. Although the Bluetooth would be nice. The receiver doesn't like to play very well with being connected into my gimbal. Video stabilizer gimbal. I'm getting all the things set up so that when I go to the Philippines, I can make some great videos. I'm going to get a GoPro. I'm going to get a drone. I got to learn how to use all this stuff. I'm going to get a laptop so I can edit better. Yeah, DJI, the same company that makes basically everybody's favorite drones. And it's cool. Here's the case. And the case holds the receiver. Both microphones. It's got two microphones. The case has a battery, so when you put the microphones and the receiver back in, it'll charge them back up. I should do like review videos, right? And when you open the case, it turns them on and pairs them with the receiver. Yeah, check this out. It's got built-in memory. So while you're recording stuff, you can hit a record button and another light will come on. Get down, get down. So something happens with the receiver or whatever your other audio source is, you could actually overlay it back onto the video from the actual microphones themselves. And it's got a clip on, or use it the way I'm using it. It's got a magnet. Magnet. And the quality sounds like I'm using like a shotgun mic or something. I would say professional mic, but I would basically say these are professional quality wireless microphones. I'm pretty impressed. I saw some channels and there's wind, there's bad audio, they're too far from the phone, you can't hear them. I just decided if I was going to do it, because the one channel especially that I saw, it was an Australian, and he has his Filipina in Australia, but a video I watched a few months ago, they didn't have wireless mics. They were just using the phone, and even with the volume turned all the way up, I could just barely hear them. Right, it's almost studio-like sound. I'm very impressed with it. I told him, I'm like, you guys need wireless mics? They're like, yeah, we're saving. And that's where I made the decision. It had to be in December, because that's why I decided I was going to get mics before I even started the channel. Because when I watched that one video from them, the audio was so bad. I don't think I've watched another video of theirs. It was so off-putting to not be able to hear them, and you're just hearing the wind. So if I'm going to do something, I try and do it quality, because you get what you pay for, and you may only get one look from a subscriber. So I'm going to have good video. I'm going to have good audio. I've got the gimbal, so it's, as I'm walking around, it's not like walk, 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 walk. I'm listening to myself. That's why I kind of pause. It's funny. I laugh at myself. Kind of dumb, but I'm just getting used to this thing. Yeah. Well, and the range, nobody else had 800-foot range. All the other ones, they were like $50 to $75 mic sets. The first mics I bought were from a company called Bear Vlog. They have two versions. When you look at the microphones on Amazon, you click on USB-C or Lightning, one or the other. I selected USB-C They sent me Lightning. I went through the return process. They got the new one on the way. I got the other one shipped back. Shows up a few days or a week later. Guess what? Another Lightning connector set of mics, which doesn't work for me because that is only for iPhone. I have Android, so I can't use them. So I call them again, and I'm like, you guys have got to get this correct. I am getting really upset. So I do it again, and I was gonna make videos in December around Christmas when my son was here on leave from the Navy. And I wanted to have good audio. I could have recorded videos. We were busy, but I didn't have the mics, and so I was kind of crabby about trying to do it. So it was sometime in January when I finally got the third shipment from Bear Vlog through Amazon. So it's a third company going through at the Amazon app, basically. They sent me a third Lightning edition. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I got in touch with them. I was emailing their rep and I was emailing Amazon. I ended up having to call Amazon, and the company ended up refunding my money, allowing me to keep that third set that came. So I still, in a sealed box, I've got a Bear Vlog set for Lightning. And then, yeah, so I got the refund, didn't have to return the last one. And I checked Geo in the Philippines and asked him what he used because his audio is so perfect always. And he said the DJI mics, and that was like a day after I had ordered the Bear Vlog. So I was like, dang it. But I was like, okay, they're only $50. I'm going to give this a shot instead of dropping 250. Well, once that third set showed up, I did like a 6 or 8 months payment plan through Amazon and just got the DJIs. I'm like, screw this. Not only are they good, they've got another adapter. So the one case comes with the Lightning adapter and the USB-C, which is hooked up in it right now, and it sits in the case. So my stuff's not available. Well, I mean, these are all, I don't know which things you're saying are not available, but it's all made in China. So I would think if it's in the US, you could probably get it in the Philippines. All right, let's see, what are we at? I'm at 54 minutes. And people are being super polite and watching. I appreciate you helping me out with the watch time. Right, but if you get DJI, I mean, I suppose there could be knockoff DJIs, but if you go through Amazon, you could probably get it. And Amazon does ship to the Philippines. And I think it's free shipping over $49 and no import tax under $250. It was pretty obvious that these were definitely knockoffs. And there's a QR code on the bottom. I'm guessing if I scan that, that would go to their website. I don't know. I haven't tried it. Of course, I guess a knockoff could have a link to DJI's website and not actually be DJI. That makes sense. But get down. Let's see. You see, there's the lights for the case for charging. It says there's 4 watching. I wish there was a list I could see who's watching it, because I have no idea at any time. I'm probably boring the crap out of most of you people. Probably the only one that cares about the Star Wars, Star Trek. Whew, across the streams there. That's a Ghostbusters reference. Star Trek conversation, and now we're geeking out about wireless mics. Nice. Well, Amazon here, if they send you the wrong thing, they want you to send it back. But I mean, it's fine, because there's a place in town that is a UPS, United Parcel Service drop-off. So I just drop it off, and Amazon sends me an email that has a link to a label I can print out, and it doesn't cost me anything to ship it. So I just go into the place, email them the label, they print out the label. I pay them like $1 for printing the label, because I don't have a printer at home. And they package it up and ship it back to Amazon. I am a total geek on science fiction. Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, the original Battlestar Galactica, the newer Battlestar Galactica. They're actually working on another reboot of Battlestar Galactica. All the Stargates, they cut off Star Trek or Stargate Universe, because they left such a cliffhanger. The show was good, and it was getting very, very good. I don't remember what happened at the time. I don't remember why it got canceled, but it was a mistake, because they were great. They were doing great. The first movie I remember watching in a theater was Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. And my dad and I would stay up late and watch the original airings of the original Battlestar Galactica. And we'd go to my aunt's house in Roseburg quite a bit. And I'd watch TV. I can't remember if it was color. I almost think it was a little black and white. And I would watch Doctor Who. So I've always been a sci-fi geek. Yep, me too. I love Next Generation, but I'm telling you, I believe that Strange New Worlds, in my opinion, for a number of reasons, is the best Star Trek. See, the last name for the guy that plays the new Spock is Peck. I can't remember his first name. Wonder who's in the stream. Let's see. If you're in the stream, say hi so I know who's here. Wow, I just said something and I sounded like Anna. Anna's Life Official. I've listened to so many of her videos. Ta-da! That's not a bad thing, Anna. It's a compliment. It just means I've watched so much that I inadvertently am doing Anna's Life Official. I won't say impressions, because I didn't even mean to do it. I don't know. I'm enjoying the nice time outside, even though it's cloudy and it's cool and I'm in shorts, but I'm acclimated to the cool weather. So like if you Filipinos were here, you would be freezing because it's probably 60 degrees and I'm out here in shorts and a t-shirt. You'd be bundled up. Shout out Karen, Ballad, Maganda, Bibot. Ed and I are just hanging out, chilling, geeking. And I'm burping a combination of beer. Oh, I said the word. I meant to say water. I was trying to say water. I'm drinking, this is water. I was mistaken. This is not beer. It's beer. I give up. This is water, not beer. This is water. It's not water. And no, I'm not drunk. I'm listening to myself, trying to stay in frame, pointing to the thing, doing so many things at once. It's hard to keep them all straight. I feel like I'm doing a circus act. This is the, well, I'm sure you don't know, an American water, but this is the champagne of waters. I'm living the high life, drinking the champagne of waters. I'm trying to avoid getting flagged by Tuyub. So you're watching Live with Ed and me and drinking coffee. That's awesome. I could make a joke. I'm not going to make a joke because I don't want to offend you, Karen. I don't really care if I offend Ed. We've been talking for like 8 months, so. I am currently out of water. I should do a live stream later. Maybe you could watch it, Karen. I could show you how I make my salad. Because when I showed you the picture, it looks like a little bowl of salad, right? The picture looks little. It's a mixing bowl of salad. It's a full bag of salad. It's huge, and I've been eating the whole thing, but I've been down a few pounds at least. I don't know if I'll lose much or not, but I'm at least trying to eat healthier. I'm trying to eat things that are less processed and have less ingredients. I make good salad. I make different types of good salad. Ed. I'm like a 3-year-old child, and I was on submarines, so I'm a submarine veteran. Don't say nothing can blank. That is like, Toro, red flag in front of a bowl. Oh, I can't? Stand by, here it comes. I guarantee you'd be like, click, I'm never watching that again or talking to him. Things that we have as conversations on submarines. Well, maybe you wouldn't get offended, but don't tell her, but I like Karen and I want her to think good of me. Can't read my lips. She has no idea what I said. That's joke lang. Joke lang. I always have to remember that joking in I can't think of the word, intonations, things like sarcasm, other things that we may say that people hear the way that you say it or whatever would know that you mean it jokingly or sarcastically, may come across as just the words, like they're being said by a robot to you guys. Zoom shout out? What's that? That's interesting squiggly lines there. What is Zoom shout out? So when it says there's two people, does that mean that's Ed and maybe Karen watching, or does that one of those numbers include me? Yeah, I thought it was Arabic. I don't think I really needed to make that one moderator, but it is. So well, you can feel free to ask me questions or bring up topics. I said I was going to stop at the hour, and now it's 1:07. I'm enjoying this. It's just Ash and I here. Well, the other two dogs, but we don't hang out with them. They need to go to a new home or a no-kill shelter, sadly. I love them, but they'll tear up the house or pee on things. So they have to be outside or in their kennel. They need a new home. Ash is coming with me to the Philippines, even if it makes things a little more difficult. I keep doing this because these are the second or third edition. It's not this year's Buds Pro. I think it's Buds Pro 2, but something in the material causes some people, one of which is me, to my ears itch, and if I wear them too long, these earbuds, I'll actually get kind of like a rash, and then I'm scratching it or I'm rubbing it, and then it turns into a scab. And I'm not the only one. The way I found out, it wasn't just me, and maybe something else weird was I read an article, and the reviewer also had the same problem, and found out that a bunch of other people were having problems. So something in the materials of this version of the Samsung earbuds Pro, Galaxy Buds Pro 2, I think they are. You can do also my Starlink may have cut out for a minute. Yep, that's what I was thinking. If you're on Jasper Shivers, what's up, my brother? I will add you as a moderator too, which won't make sense to you. So if we were in Edwell or Karen Ballad's stream, you would click on each person that's a moderator's name, go to their channel, subscribe, click on one of their videos or shorts, like it, comment, and then go back to the host. And sometimes they'll say they're done, but that's how I keep track. What's up? This is me. This is Storm. Stormblade. KuyaStorm. Greg. Don't call me, well, I know it's customary in the Philippines to call almost everybody sir, so I probably won't say it. When I'm on a Navy base here, or I'm on a ship here, and one of the ship's force calls me or crew members calls me a sir, I'm like, don't call me sir, I work for a living, because you only call the officers sir. So it's a joke, but so the joke I would say there is, don't call me sir or Mr. Wagoner. Mr. Wagoner is my dad. Now, if I tell you to call me sir or Mr. Wagoner, then you've made the list, and that is a bad list. You don't want to be on that list. The other thing you shouldn't call me is late for a meal because I get hangry. So, oh good, I'm gonna put up my bug zapper because there are mosquitoes out already. It's only early May and there's mosquitoes. Yuck. Jasper Shivers, I appreciate you coming over. You may be gone now. I don't know who's in. I dislike that I cannot see a chat list. Other apps do that. I don't know why. Hey, go to bed, brother. Jasper Shivers, I appreciate you just taking the time to come in and say hi. It means a lot to me. So have a good night. And thanks for stopping by and clicking like for me. Take it easy, brother. Okay, let's not do a bunch of the Arabic in here, please. So that's Jasper Shivers, not Jasper in the Philippines. They're two different Jaspers. In fact, when he first came in, some of the troll accounts had come in, you know, like Jasper's mom or something like that, and it wasn't Jasper's mother, so he would ban them. So when Jasper Shivers first came in, Jasper was about to ban him, and then he super chatted, and then he got a he became a member, and Jasper was glad that he had held off because Jasper Shivers is not a troll. That's his actual name as well. It's just not a common one. You two are, oh my goodness, we're at 6. Who the heck is here? I appreciate you. All of you new followers, please like and subscribe. Maybe say something in the chat, and also leave a comment on this video or on another video, and I will be happy to follow you back if you have a channel and give you some love as well. So I appreciate your time and attention. Good night, Jasper Shivers. Yeah, I am on there as KuyaStorm. I have to keep a low profile because I was too good at supporting POTUS45, and so I got kicked off of Twitter and Facebook, and this phone, I was avoiding giving Twitter. I didn't have this phone when I got kicked off, so I used this phone to make a X account for my channel because they didn't have this device ID. And at work one day, I screwed up and I signed into Twitter on my other phone that I take to work that doesn't have cameras, so I can take it to the shipyard. I was trying to set up Stream Deck, which I still don't know how to use, right before I did the lives. And I tried to merge the X account, and it's suspended. I hadn't even posted anything. I don't even think I had followed anybody. So the fact that I signed into it on my Note 9 was enough for them to be like, oh, that's good old Stormblade, and they suspended that account too. So I did not post anything that was offensive or calling for violence or anything. I would never do that. It's just such garbage. And that's part of the reason I don't like to establish chat on Facebook Messenger, because it's only a matter of time before Facebook figures out that I have that account. I try not to even I don't post pictures on there. I think I posted 1 or 2. The one that I'm using as the avatar on here, I screenshot it and cropped it and uploaded it so that it would have a different file name. But I'm surprised that the KuyaStorm Facebook hasn't been booted off yet. It's just dumb. You know, they say articles in the news talk about people getting censored on the big platforms. And they're like, well, I don't know anybody that's really had that happen to them, that's getting banned or getting censored. Now you do. Because I am one of those people that lost their Facebook. I had like 800 followers or friends on Facebook. I had almost 8,000 followers on Twitter. My biggest week on Twitter on my Stormblade X69 account, and these are stats from a third party that was reading numbers off the API, the backend API. My retweet reach, which means not necessarily something that I created and tweeted when it was Twitter, but something that I interacted with and retweeted or commented on. One week, my retweet reach was 23.7 million people. Why did I get censored? So Orange Man bad. I'm trying to avoid the algorithm. So our former guy in charge of the United States, the Democrats, liberals, whatever, are so rolled up with the big tech platforms and things that if you had a loud reach, you had a lot of friends, you had a lot of followers, they could see how far your sphere of influence was. They took my accounts. So the only reason I even made political, but I never said anything offensive. I never called for any illegal action or violence, which would be illegal. I'm just being very specific. Both Facebook and Twitter tried to say that I violated community guidelines. They did not give me warnings. They could not cite specific posts that were supposedly problematic enough for them to permanently suspend me. It wasn't like a week. There were no warnings. I just tried to log in part of one day and the accounts were permanently suspended. Initially, Facebook said that it was suspended. Go to this link that took you to a website, which was one of their help things. If you think that this was done improperly, you can file an appeal. To do that, upload a copy of take a picture of your photo ID, like a driver's license, and submit that with your appeal, and we will have a human being manually review to see if the action they took was valid or not. So I figured that out toward the end of a work day. Once I got home and could use my camera phone, I took a picture of my driver's license. I got it the right size, cropped, all the good things to upload the file. And you would think if you're going to submit something and it's going to be reviewed by a big company, it's probably going to take at least 24 hours, right? At least 24 hours. Probably 3 to 5 business days, maybe 7 to 10 business days. I clicked submit. I have a little, I'll show you here. See this on my phone? It shows how much RAM I have available, how many GPS satellites I'm connected to, and what my internet speeds are, or what my transmit and receive speeds are. Because a lot of times if you're using your phone and it just stops doing something, you don't have any way of knowing if you lost connection or the app has crashed or your phone has slowed down. So I have always used that. You got to be careful with it because it can burn into some of the older screens, but it's called Cool Tool. And that right there lets me see if, why is my memory? I know what my average memory with certain apps open is. And now I have my phone's getting slow and I have less available memory, or I can see, hey, it's not sending and receiving. So that tells me if it's a problem on my phone or a problem with an app, or with the internet, or my connection to the internet, whatever. So I got distracted. So the instant I clicked submit, I saw those network access or network activity for sending and receiving light up to show me that it was uploading the file for my driver's license. And within 5 seconds, 5 seconds, the text changed from like gray saying that they would, review it over blah, blah, blah time. It changed to a red outline box with red text and said, this account has been found to violate community standards. This will not be reviewed or reversed. Permanent. Boom. No more, nobody to talk to, nobody to contact. You're just done. You're off Facebook. Get effed. And I'm like, So they told me to upload my government ID. Well, so I did that, and I'm like, well, now they have all my information. They have my picture, which we all know they do facial recognition on. Even your photos, even if you tell them not to, they do that. So now, if I send pictures or upload pictures to this other account that I made for the channel so I can announce videos or chat with people, I know sooner or later their algorithm, their scanner, whatever you want to call it, is going to catch it and nuke my account, because I had made a Twitter account for the YouTube account for this channel, and when I logged in today, it lets me log in. Well, first I didn't know the email address, so I changed the password and I logged in, and then I was trying to go in to change some settings so that I could merge it into Stream Deck, so that you can like multi-stream to like Twitter, Twitch, well, X, Facebook, YouTube. You can multi-stream if you have a paid account to Stream Deck. And I can't do anything because it came up and said the account's suspended. So the fact that I logged into that account on my old phone that did have my previous Twitter accounts, I did mess up and also sign into Facebook from that phone, but they haven't killed it yet. So either they don't care, they haven't caught it yet, or it's been long enough that maybe it's been given some leeway in case, somebody bought the phone or something. But if they facial scan my pictures that I upload or send through it, yeah, they have all my personal details. So I'm just like, dink. Yep, sorry, family friendly pointer finger there. So, and I love video games, and I wanted to do the VR stuff. So Oculus was bought by Facebook, which is now Meta. Well, I can't use a Meta Quest. I want to say Oculus, I want to say this or that. So it's a Meta Quest virtual reality device, because guess what you have to have to use a virtual reality headset to be in the metaverse? That's so stupid. You have to have a Meta account in good standing. At the time it was, you have to have a Facebook account in good standing. So now I can go to one of the other companies, but they don't have all the same games, the same apps. So I have basically, when all that happened, I stopped messing with anything political. I just like, this is stupid. I'm just not going to be part of it anymore. which leads also down the road of part of the reason I want to go to the Philippines, because I just don't care, because it doesn't matter which side you're on, and the sides are a joke. You're not electing, you're selecting. Really, it's not we're selecting. Whoever's pulling the strings is selecting who's in charge of all of these leaders. And they want the left-right paradigm. They want the sides because it's all division. And then you've got like the extreme lefties and the moderate Democrats, and now there's and same thing on the Republican side. They're all appointing essentially, right. People say selection because it rhymes with the E word version of that, which I'm trying to avoid certain trigger words. Yeah. Yes, but selecting, electing, they rhyme. So people say selection because it rhymes with election. Appointing is correct, in my opinion. But people say selection because it rhymes with the E word. And they want everybody divided, because if we're divided, we're not together, and we're not a threat to them being the people in the background. And I know I shouldn't even talk about this stuff, but there's so much going on in the world, and it's all so tied together, from the lockdown sniffles. That was really all about control. That was a dry run. I still see people, even here, but also in other countries and in videos from where y'all are at now, people wearing masks. Maybe they're legitimately sick. Maybe they're terrified of the Ovid, but I'm trying to avoid keywords for the algorithm. That was a dry run to see how people would respond and to see how things functioned that they had in place, so they could get ready for the next one they do, which they'll say disease X, right? I am trying so hard to get there as quickly as they can, because I absolutely believe they're going to lock things down again. And I want to get there to the Philippines before it happens. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to manage it. I'm trying hard, though. The really scary thing is, some people think some of the stuff here in just America, or some of the things worldwide, could happen in June, which would be the closing date for my place. And when I close, because the guy that's buying it is getting it's a high interest rate loan. He's getting my house on a very good deal, but it's a high interest rate loan. Right now I pay about $940 a month for my rent, or for my mortgage, not my rent. Once he buys it, I'm not even moving out. I'm gonna just be his first renter for the rest of the time that I'm here. Hey, shout out Rhea. Rhea, you are a moderator. Good to see you here. What are they locking up? What did they lock up 4 years ago? Everything, everywhere, right? You couldn't go anywhere. It's going to happen again. They're getting ready, and later in May or early June, the U.S. is scheduled to, I don't know if it's to sign on or to have the vote to sign on to the, I'm going to avoid the words. Maybe you can figure out what I'm talking about with a W, blah, 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 an H, and an O. And they are basically making a treaty that they're trying to get essentially every country in the world to ratify, so that if one of these pandemics hits, that basically they become the supreme organization. They're not the UN, but that global wellness instead of health group organization can come in and dictate all of the procedures to be done so that they are the same across the world. And if you look back at articles from earlier this year, they keep talking about disease X, disease X. We're calling it disease X because it doesn't have a name yet, because we don't know what it's going to be. Right. I firmly believe the last thing was essentially developed in a lab, leaked or purposefully put out, but it was a dry run. I don't believe it was I believe it was a thing. I don't believe it was as dangerous as they said, but they wanted to scare the crap out of everybody and to see how their existing lockdown measures would work and how the public would respond. So now they're preparing this next thing, and it probably will be pretty deadly. It probably will kill a lot of people, but they're going to lock the planet down again. And I'm praying to God that I make it to the Philippines before that happens. I don't care if I'm locked down if I'm in the Philippines. I don't want to be locked down and not be able to get to the Philippines, because when the next one happens, it may not be a year and a half or 2 years. It'll be indefinite. And then they'll roll it into limited travel and moving around, even in your own countries and states, for the weather instead. I'm not going to say the climb up a tree at planetary heating up weather. I'm trying not to say the actual words, so hopefully you understand how I'm dancing around it. But they're going to do it again, and I think it's coming within the next couple of years. I think it could be as soon as this summer. I can't get there as soon as this summer. The soonest I can get there is probably February or March next year. Hopefully that's quick enough. I knew 3 to 5 years wasn't going to be fast enough. I was keeping my head up and keeping focused, because since I've made the goal of getting to the Philippines, I've been much happier, because I see a light at the end of the tunnel that's not a freight train coming at me on the tracks. And I know once I get there, I'm going to be happy. I think I have a good chance of getting there in time, unless it happens this year. I think some things will happen this year, especially to affect our appointment process for the next top guy. Maybe it's not those lock them down things yet, but I think it's going to get ugly in this place that I'm in the roll up to the selection. And then once it's selected, neither side's going to accept it, regardless of whether it's Sleepy Joe. I still think take him out of the running, whether okay or he bows out and steps down, resigns. Oh, I'm definitely going to be happy and contented in the Philippines. I don't think it's going to be Sleepy Joe. I think it's going to be Newsom from California, or the most likely is out of the blue, and they can just the left side can just say, this is our candidate to replace Sleepy Joe. My internet's acting up. Yeah, sometimes I have a tree that is in the way of my Starlink, so when it cuts out, that's changing satellites. And that's not a problem with Starlink. That's a problem with the tree behind my house. I think it's going to be Big Mike Obama, which is what we call Michelle, which I think there should be a constitutional change to, if your spouse has served 2 terms, I think that should make the other person ineligible as well, even if they get divorced, because if they don't, then they'll just get divorced so that they can run, right? So I think it's not going to be Sleepy Joe. Yeah, Big Mike. And like, I don't think Barack was. You leaving, Karen? Shout out, Karen. If you're leaving, I understand. You probably got to do your live or whatever. Or maybe you're just saying hi to show me you're still here. I do believe that Barry Soetoro, which was what we believe his real name was born in Kenya. I believe he was not eligible to be our top guy. And there's until, I can't remember what year, until, shout out Rhea. Okay, cool. I appreciate you guys being here, listening, maybe just enjoying hearing me talk, even though it's about things you probably, I know you don't care about them, but whoever is selected as the top person is going to affect things on a global level, because that determines how they interact with other leaders around the world and other countries. So until just a number of years ago, maybe it might even have been before Barry Soetoro was the top guy, some records, including voting records, showed Big Mike as a man. And there's a lot of pictures, including video, like where she was dancing on like the Ellen show. There's an eggplant. Big Mike isn't just tall and big and burly. Big Mike's got a wiener. And it's evident in like 10 different video clips and pictures. So I don't believe Big Mike is a she, whether she identifies as a she or not. I'm sorry, there are, this is peace sign. It's also something else. There's this many genders, period. You can identify as a fucking purple unicorn. I don't care. I don't care what you do in your bedroom. I don't care who you love or what you do. They say, like with the sniffles, trust science. What's about the most basic science there is? The chromosome combinations. Peace, right? What you identify as is not a gender. Watch, I'll get kicked off YouTube for saying this. Whatever. I hope YouTube becomes something. If it doesn't, no big deal. So I'll talk about what I'm going to talk about. I'll try and avoid the keywords that get flagged. But I think it'll cut me off at 2 hours. So I don't have much time left. I know I've talked about a bunch of different rambling things, but that's how my train wreck of thought works. But I know a lot of things about a lot of different things. And I keep up to date on global events and issues. Joe can't make a full sentence, and he's falling upstairs, falling downstairs. I believe he'll bow out. They haven't had the left-handed convention yet where they officially say this is our person that's in the final run-up to the appointment. So either he's not going to be okay, or he's going to resign, or they'll finally say, yeah, his family did too many things, so he can't run because we're going to have to admit that they were peddling his name and influence. So they'll airdrop in the person that's going to be their actual person for the top spot. I have problems with Orange Man Bad too, because he's the one that had Operation Warp Speed and got the magic potion developed and rolled out worldwide that's now causing, allegedly, I'll throw the word allegedly in there, various harms from cancer to heart issues and inflammation and strokes and all sorts. And it's not even a vaccine. They changed the definition of what a vaccine is. It is mRNA gene therapy. And there was probably some other stuff in there as well. And it's killing people. And it's going to kill more people. I got it because I had to keep my job. Although if I was going to not get it, even if they told me I couldn't keep my job. And then I gave in a month because I knew the mandate was going to come out. So I gave in and got it to keep things easy keep my job and keep things easy and not stressful for my family at the time. And so you get one, and like 2 or 3 weeks later, you get your second pokey poke in the arm. And a week after I got the second one, which I got full-on bronchitis from, she was gone. Everything was fine. And a week later, she was gone. Like there weren't arguments, there weren't problems. She was happy, we were happy. A week later, she was gone. And that's fine, good riddance, because I'm just glad it's over with. But if she was going to leave, if she could have left a month before that, I would not have gotten the magic potion. So hopefully the fact that I haven't gotten more of them, well, I did get one boost, but I'm not going to get any more, and I'm not going to get whatever's next. But I pray I make it to the Philippines before they lock things down again. I used to spend a decent amount of money, and I liked gadgets and gizmos, and I played a lot of video games. I still play one on my phone a lot, but it's not like it used to be, and I no longer care about things, and that's part of the reason I'm willing to offload everything I possess, basically, except for my dog and a few important things that need to be kept that I'll probably keep in storage here. I'm not going to send everything over there. I'll either find somebody that can hold it for me, or I'll pay for a very small storage unit, very small, not a lot of money a month. But I just don't care about things anymore. I don't need to live in BGC like Jasper does. I don't want to. I'm not a city person. He's from LA and Las Vegas. That's not me. I live in the country, which, here we don't have bamboo and stuff. We have manufactured homes, which are not they're well made, but they don't go up in value like a stick-built, a regularly built house is. They can actually devalue over time. And they've got a lot of the Western conveniences. I mean, all of them really, just like a regular house. But I don't need high-end living. I just want to be with a good Filipina, and I really don't care how simple our house is. I just want to have a happy life and enjoy being together. If that includes kids, great. If it doesn't, mine are grown. But if we have kids, I'm fine with that. I can't have any more of my own unless I have a surgery, because I had a vasectomy, so I'd have to reverse that. And at my age and the fact that it's been 20 years, August will be 20 years, but effectively 20 years, success rate isn't up there. So I don't know that even if I got it reversed, if it would be successful to allow me to have more of my own kids. But I was adopted when I was a week old. And so being with a single mom or adopting kids, because I know in the Philippines there's kids that are in orphanages and things, I would treat those kids like my own, whether it's a stepchild or one that we would adopt, because I was adopted and my parents couldn't have their own. I never asked. I'm going to eventually, but I keep forgetting. I'm going to ask them why they never actually had their own children. They adopted my sister and I separately. But they adopted us both, and they've always treated us both like we were blood relatives. And so for me, blood isn't the deciding factor. So if I'm with a single mom, I'm going to treat her child as my own in a good way, not like I'm not an abusive person. I'm going to treat them good. And if we adopted, like, say, an orphan, I would treat that child like my own as well, because that's how I've been treated my entire life, and I'm 49. So it's kind of hard to explain, but hopefully you guys understand it. And I just want to have a happy, simple life. And I'm going to have enough money where, we're not necessarily living 5-star, but we'll be living 4.5 stars. And after, let's say I can get there by my 50th birthday, by the time I'm 62, well, at about 55, I can tap into one of the pieces that makes up the federal employee retirement plan. It's a 3-pronged. It's your TSP, which is thrift savings plan, your FERS, federal employee retirement system plan, and then the third leg of it is Social Security, which I think it will go bankrupt and will go away. But if it doesn't, when I hit 55, I can tap my TSP. When I hit 62, I can tap into Social Security if it still exists. And that will put me probably well over 3,000 US a month. And unless the dollar crashes, which it probably will, which creates a whole new set of problems. Unless the dollar crashes, we will be living like upper class as much as we want to be. I mean, what I would rather do is keep living as we are. It just might mean we can do more travel or something. But what I plan on doing is putting a lot of it into savings, because since I am older, and since men tend to die earlier before a woman anyway, I'm going to do my best to have it set up so that the Filipina I'm with and whatever children we have in our family, they are set. The kids will still have to work, but at least she will be, it's not going to be like I die and she's back at square one. I'm going to set aside as much money as I can so that she is cared for when I'm gone. And I know that's a morbid thing to talk about, but it's a realistic thing to talk about, even at 49. And especially since I have interest in somebody watching right now. I plan to make sure that whoever I'm with is taken care of. And until such time as something like that happens, I will treat her like a queen. I may call her princess because it's cuter, but as long as she treats me good, I will treat her extremely, extremely well as well. And I'll have enough money, even when I first get there, that nobody watches. Okay, I can talk to myself. We'll have enough money from the start that she's not she wants to, and maybe it's something to keep her busy or that she likes to do as a side thing, but it's not going to be survival work. It's not going to be to make sure that we have food on the table unless the dollar crashes. And if that happens, hopefully we've been able to buy some land and build a house, because if the dollar crashes and my money is basically the same as Philippine pesos, which it could happen. We could go from the U.S. dollar being 55 or 56 to $1 to being almost equal. And I want to be able to, if that happens, I want to be able to stay in the Philippines. And the only way we'll be able to do that is if we own land and a house, because at that point, we will have to live on whatever she can bring in. But I mean, if you own your land and your house, all you've got to do is pay for your utilities and your food, basically, right? Little transportation, but I mean, that's super doable. You're not having to worry about rent or mortgage. So that's where I want to get to. I want to get there before they lock things down. I don't have a bunch of, I probably won't have a bunch of money where we can just go buy whatever, but I think you understand what I'm getting at. I want to get there before they lock it down, and I want to get there before the dollar crashes and have things set up so that we own property in a house, and if it crashes, I don't have to leave and come back and live in a FEMA camp. Exactly. I am going to be careful and cautious, because I don't, I chat with some of you, but I don't know any of you face to face. And there are guys that, like, there was a story that I heard recently, and there's more than one of them, but one specifically, he sent money to buy land and to build a house, and they did it. And once it was completed, she kicked him out, moved her family in, and said, "You're not welcome here anymore. Go away." Nothing he could do. I know there's ways that maybe you could have some legal standing, like if you bought it under a limited corporation, an LLC thing. There's ways that, but then the Filipinos have to be majority owners of it. So the most that a foreigner could own is like 49% of it. So if you're going to do that, you've got to be with somebody that you can trust and isn't going to be like, good job buying it and building it, you're out. Bye-bye. But I guess that's enough rambling for now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. I'll do it again, because it's just me and Ash and I, and it gets lonely, and this is kind of fun to talk to you guys and hear you chatting back, or see you chatting back to me. So I appreciate you listening, and thanks for the time, and we'll do it again soon. I need to come up with my own catchphrase to sign off, but I haven't figured it out yet. So I'll just say peace.